Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, along with my broadcast partner all season long, Keith the Bat Snake, as we bring you this review show. What a great way to start here at the Graveyard, South Carolina, Clemson.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of rivalries this year. This is the biggest, probably, non-conference rivalry with the Conference USA and the ACC. Obviously, they've been playing year in and year out. 38th game between these two tonight. Clemson's won 22 of them. South Carolina the last 3, but of course this is the first game for head coach Mike Noonan with Clemson. Quite a way to start for him.
All right, let's take a look now at the NSCAA. HendrickCars.com, top 25, and your Final Four from a year ago are your top 4.
It is your Final Four. Of course, Virginia won the national championship on penalty kicks over Akron and had pretty much a perfect season. You see the respect they have for Akron. The question is, can Virginia do it again without the services of Tony Cicciani, who's now in the MLS?
6 of the top 12 teams come from the ACC.
Yeah, well, the ACC was dominant last year, dominant again this year, and I'll tell you what, not a surprise if the championship does come out of the ACC. As we see here, Duke and Boston College, number 11 and number 12.
And you see the Buckeyes come in at number 18, Louisville number 20, and in your Final 5, who do you like, Keith?
Well, I tell you what, it's about time for Connecticut to have a rebound into the top, I think, and make a deep run into the NCAA tournament. They won their opening game 2-0 over St. Francis of New York, and we'll see what happens. UC Irvine as well, winning 4-0 over Gonzaga in their opener.
And who do you think is going to be there at the end?
Well, I tell you what, I don't know who's going to be there. I think for the sake of the NCAA, there are a lot of people are hoping it's Santa Barbara because it's going to be in Santa Barbara. However, they were upset in their opening game against Cal Bakersfield, but it's wide open. I just hope we get another Final Four like we did last year. Some great teams.
All right, Keith, your top 25 are brought to you by a new sponsor of the NSCAA, HendrickCars.com. 80 franchises, 5,000 cars, over 100,000 photos, all on one website. HendrickCars.com, the fastest way to buy a used vehicle. Of course, women's soccer already underway. The Player of the Week in Week 1 for NCAA Women's Soccer Division I. The talented USA superstar Sydney Leroux, all she does is score goals. And then last week, the star of Texas A&M. Let's hear it for Alyssa Motts. 2 big wins against ranked teams. Those are your NSCAA Women's Player of the Week. And your final score from Columbia, the South Carolina Gamecocks knock off the Clemson Tigers by a score of 2-0. Keith the Batslick, South Carolina dominated in the first half. Didn't get a goal, but they started early in the second half.
Well, they certainly came out of the gates right away in the second half. They came out fast in the first half. They outshot them 7-1 in the first half and continued 11-5 overall during the game. Certainly a well-deserved win right off the bat. 4th straight shutout for South Carolina over Clemson.
And let's take a look now at the highlights of the Gamecock victory.
Yeah, we're here in the first half. We see Chipper Root, a freshman, is all over the place, laying the ball off to Mike Lindsay, saved by Cody Mizell. And then we see right at the beginning, 25 seconds in, Mark Wiltsey in the second half lays the ball off. Blake Brett Schneider with the goal, 1-0. And then Clemson trying to come right back, but Stephen McGill with a dangerous play. Now we see the corner kick played in. It's kept in play by Brett Schneider and Eric Martinez, and that's Will Traynor with the goal. First goal of the year, and Will Traynor making it 2-0, and that's it. I'll tell you what, it's 2-0 for them. And also, Jimmy Moore, the goalkeeper, his 20th career shutout for South Carolina. Blake Brett Schneider, 1 goal and 1 assist on the game.
We'll be in Tampa next week for University of South Florida and Virginia Tech. The College Soccer Review is brought to you by the NSCAA. Based in Kansas City, Kansas, the NSCAA is the largest coaches organization in the United States. Since its founding in 1941, it has grown to include more than 30,000 members who coach both genders at all levels of the sport. And don't forget about the NSCAA convention coming up in January in Baltimore. To learn more, visit nscaa.com.